Major plans have been unveiled for a Skyrail on the Gold Coast. In the biggest tourism project in the region since Movie World, cable cars would take people up and above the picturesque hinterland.
It's the $1 million view with the $100 million price tag. The latest plan for a Skyride on the Gold Coast.
This project can be delivered before the Commonwealth Games in 2018.
This is really the most exciting thing. This is new, it's different.
This new proposal would take passengers through 9 kilometres of stunning hinterland bushland, from Newman to nearby Forest Station, then Hinns Dam and finishing at Purlingbrook Falls.
The Gold Coast, fabulous as it is, and its natural attractions are wonderful, has to have more of these sort of man-made things, so when kids come here, like my grandkids, say, what's new?
Similar attractions have been successful in places like Cairns, the Blue Mountains in New South Wales, even Queenstown in New Zealand. The group behind the plan says it would create 600 construction jobs, 280 full-time jobs and be used by more than 800,000 tourists each year. This is where the Skyride journey would begin, this quiet area of land in Newman. At the moment it's home to a country cafe, but locals are prepared for major changes.
Springbrook definitely needs some sort of attraction to survive. We've been going backwards for a while now.
Springbrook is a very passionate community itself. There will always be opposition no matter what community you're in.
But if history has proved anything, this latest project will face plenty of opposition. Tyson Cottrell, 9 News.
Shane Doherty joins us live from State Parliament. Shane, a government MP is a partner in the Skyride project.
That's right, Melissa. Ray Stevens is an investor and an advisor on the project. He's also a Gold Coast MP and a senior member of the Newman government. Still, he says there'll be no conflict of interest. And it doesn't end there. Instead of farewelling its controversial chairman of the Crime and Corruption Commission, at the 11th hour the government has instead extended his term. And Dr Ken Levy has been fighting a dishonesty charge for the past year. They're two examples of standing by your man. Ray Stevens, for 16 years fighting for similar projects, now proudly working for Skyride, sitting 2 seats from the Premier.
As I leave the government absolutely free to judge the value of this visionary project to the Gold Coast and Queensland economy on an apolitical, merit-based assessment.
It caused uproar.
Does he want to be a businessman or does he want to be a member of Parliament? Release the Integrity Commissioner's advice. He wants to be both.
But the Premier, who has criticised politicians for being both doctors and MPs, has no problem with ones who are also entrepreneurs.
That's good because it will create jobs, and I think he has been upfront in the way that he's dealt with it.
Ray Stevens is the leader of government business in the House, paid $287,035. He got a 39% increase in the last pay rise, bigger than anyone else's. He also says he has a letter from the Integrity Commissioner saying he can do both jobs, but neither will release it.
And he has cleared my involvement and capacity to be involved whilst being a Member of Parliament and an Assistant Minister in the Newman LNP government.
But there were more bombs to come. Since no one can agree on a new boss for the Crime and Corruption Commission, the government's opted to stick with the old one. Dr Ken Levy will stay on until June next year.
This is what they always wanted. They wanted their own man in the job.
It's a sign of strength from the government, but its enemies will call it arrogance. Dr Levy's term now runs until Mr Vavel seems to be out of the picture and not commenting. Meanwhile, Ray Stevens promises that he'll have no involvement in any government deliberations about that project. Andrew?